my question is, I will give my point of view as well, but I would like to have just random, whoever wants to speak up. For example, so many people want to start a business here. What are the key ingredients for a successful business? What do you think? For example, I want to start a new business here in Dubai. What are the success factors? What are the things I need to keep in mind which will make it a big success? Open discussion, you can say anything. So anyone, who's the daring one who wants to start it?
An idea that I don't have anything detailed to say, but an idea of what you're going to do.
So your point of view is, if you want to start a business, the number one thing, the first thing is idea. What do you want to do? Obviously, yeah, idea is important, because if you don't know what you want to do, you're not starting anything. I'm hoping all the people who want to start a business have some kind of idea. If, let's say, for example, if you don't have an idea, I would say go with your heart. Follow your passion. Because what I realized probably a few years ago, if I'm putting 18 hours a day, and this is being honest, if you want to do the business, and especially in startup, forget that you are going to have a peaceful life. You would have to work 18 hours, 20 hours, and sometimes you wouldn't even get time to sleep. But what I do is I say, okay, whatever business I start, it needs to be close to my heart. Something which I enjoy doing. That way, your business becomes your passion, your fun, whatever, you don't feel it. So it's always good if you, for example, guys, if you want to start a business, go with your passion, whatever you're already interested in, or you have experience, or you have skill. And most of the time, our education system is such all over the world, you don't follow your passion. So you're a doctor, but actually inside you're a spiritual guy, you wanted to do something else. You're an engineer, you wanted to be a businessman. So sometimes we have experience in something else, we want to do something else. So idea, number one. What else is important for a business? Consistent, being consistent. Okay, another good point. Being consistent is important, and if I put a slight twist on it, so many people, and I think there are quite a few professionals here as well. The biggest worry you guys have, if you have a good job, your kitchen money, your expenses are coming from those jobs. When you come into the business, there is a big decision. Do I start a business and give up my job? Or do I balance it? I start my business when it's at a level, then I can quit my job. The fear is the main factor. So again, if you want to start a business, fear you would have to overcome. I really like what Nelson Mandela said, I never lose. I never lose, I either win or I learn. So this is the mindset you would have to have for a business, that there would be failures. If your vision is big enough, if you follow your passion but you put in hard work, there would be failures. But I see so many people who say, I have big vision and I want to do this in the world. A small setback and they get demotivated and they leave everything and they quit. If you're that kind of person, you would never be successful in a business. So realize that small failures, they are there to make you learn something good, which you would use to create a bigger business. I have a lot of money, but still I spend 18 to 22 hours into my businesses. This is my passion, so I don't feel it. I'm not killing myself. This is a really important point, especially first 2 years of your business, you would have to sacrifice so many things. Again, people who are used to the mentality here, and our education system all over the world is still 200 years old. When there was Industrial Revolution, and they needed workers to work in the factories, and then they changed it onto service industry. But the mentality is you work 9 to 5, you have 2 days off, and you have to have reasonable amount coming in, which would help you with your expenses. But business is different. Sacrifice is really important. You would have to give up your family, you would have to give up your friends, you would have to give up so many fun things which you do. But again, if you follow your passion, you won't feel it the way other people who have to give up everything. So many people say business is good. They come into business to make a lot of money. But when they realize how much effort they have to put, they quit. So again, this is an important point. Anyone else?
I think that you need a great team. The team must be aligned with the mission. I think you need a plan, good execution, and the ability to change very quickly, to be fast, to adapt.
You obviously need other people. At some stage, you could be a freelancer, so that's a kind of business. But at some point, you would expand your business and there will be more people. And the more people, if they're aligned with your vision and your targets, then it's much easier. So I completely agree. You need to have teams. And teams is what helps me. So for example, I have so many teams and they are like automated. So that really helps me. Okay, I think now we started to speak at a different level. So for example, when we say customer service, there's an idea stage. First of all, an idea needs to be in line, if you want to enjoy it, in line with your passion. And then you need to be bold, and you need to understand as an entrepreneur, you have to sacrifice. For example, one of the gentlemen mentioned here, most people don't realize this. They think that business is a way to make quick money. You would have to sacrifice 10 times. So if you're doing one job, imagine you have to do 10 jobs once you start your business. Funding is really important. Funding point I want to mention, because most of the people here either looking for funding or want to invest. When initial businesses, I set up my businesses, I didn't know this, I was investing. I didn't have money, but I was investing my own money. So when I started my businesses, I didn't have money, but I was investing my own money, borrowing or whatever. But I didn't realize if you have really good idea, if you present in a good manner, there are always people who can invest into your projects. Now I do multi-million-dollar and billion-dollar projects, and I never invest my own money. So now I'm smart. So for example, people starting businesses, yeah, if you have savings, I would say if you have $100,000, never risk all your money. So divide into portions, make 10 portions or make 5 or 3. Start with 1 if you're investing your own money. But what you can do, you can go to your circle. So people, well, as you know, your network is your net worth. People don't realize this. So for example, when I say I want to be billionaire by the end of this year, I'm saying that based on my network, based on the people I'm working with, based on the governments I have projects with. So you would always have people, your friends, your family, you start from there. And normally they don't help you because they know you too well. Because you're going through a change. So for example, people see you as in a certain way. You are, I don't know, a drunk, you are a smoker, you are funny, you are not serious, blah, blah, blah. Family knows this too well. But they don't realize that you are going through a transition. So if you want to have successful business or a venture, you would have to become new you. But people closer to you, they don't realize. Some would support you, and sometimes moral support, emotional support is really, really important. You start from your home with your family. Dad, I have this project. This will make this much money. This is the idea. This is my research. Give me money. But that's the thing, you have to. Every 10 tries, you would have almost 9 no's and 1 yes. People give up after 2 or 3 no's. And some people are too scared to ask anyone. So it's important that you start, if for example, smaller projects, start with your family, start with your friends, and then you might have, people you know through your job. And then there are funding organizations. No one realizes this. So there are funds in the world, billions of dollars of money. For example, the richest people, top 5% of the world. Where does the money go? Goes into the banks or funds. And there are funds, there are billions of dollars in those funds, and they don't have businesses where they can invest and multiply their money. So on one side, there are funds who want to invest in good businesses, and they don't have enough opportunities because not enough people are coming to them. On the other side, we have millions of businesses with good potential. They don't know how to present and how to go to these funding organizations or bodies to present their idea, to present their business, to get all the money.